Motherhood is the most beautiful gift, hands up. But it changes you so much. It changes the way you think, the way you see, the way you show up. It is tough, but it's such a blessing.
That is Bisi Akins, presenter, voiceover artist, and founder of All Things Africa. She believes the biggest shock of motherhood is not the physical change, but how deeply it reshapes your identity.
You can't like, who the hell am I? I beg, I want to just watch a movie, but no. I have to breastfeed. I have to heal my gut. I have diastasis recti. I have to cook and clean.
She explains what happens when responsibility, healing, and identity collide, and why so many women feel lost in the middle of becoming a mother.
It doesn't stop. You don't really want it to. I don't want it to. But it would be nice to have been prepared.
Today, Bisi shares what no one prepares you for, how to mentally shift when motherhood feels overwhelming, and how to hold both the beauty and the weight at the same time. By the end of this episode, you will understand how to navigate identity changes in motherhood with more clarity, honesty, and grace. I'm Ezinne Asinugo-Onyeka, and this is the Goodmother Series. Welcome to the Goodmother Series, the show where we explore how becoming a parent reshapes identity, body, and cultural belonging. I'm your host, Ezinne, and my path from working with celebrities in creative industry to becoming a mother has deeply changed how I understand power, purpose, and belonging. In each episode, we discuss intimate, embodied conversations grounded in lived experience, exploring what this transformation asks of women emotionally, physically, and culturally. Let's dive in. Okay, so quickly, I wanted to first find out from you, what would you say you're living through in motherhood right now?
You know how I was saying that comparison? I feel like this time around, obviously, I have a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old. 2 boys that like to use me as trampoline. But this time round, it's not that I'm living through it, but I'm very much, this is the season. I'm not trying to conflate 2 seasons. I'm not trying to do everything at once. I am legit, if it's mommy time, it's mommy time. If it's work time, it's work time. If it's going out, live my best life, that's what it is, right? Whereas first time round, I think I was mourning the autonomy that I had before becoming a mom. And I was mourning that version of that self that I couldn't even identify with, but I was mourning a certain level of thing that it robbed me of being present fully, of being mom. So right now I'm living through compartmentalising with joy and perspective and understanding that whatever I'm focused on, let your focus be your focus. If you're clocking in to do trampoline and playtime, clock in. If you're clocking into work, clock in. If you're clocking into clean, clock in. Obviously, there'll be bleeds in, some things will a little bit into each other. But that perspective has really allowed me to enjoy the season because these boys, they're never going to be this small. They're going to continue to grow. They're going to learn new words. They're going to run. They're going to jump on your head. And then at some point, you won't even be able to carry them.
I know. And it's bad with both moms because you're so used to them being on top of you all the time.
And then before you know it, they'll be tall and I'll be like, brother, excuse you. Hi. How did you get up there?
Oh gosh. Okay, if we could pick a theme. Actually, let's give you 3 themes. We'll give you some options. And you could pick a theme about your life so far as a motherhood, in motherhood. Would you say yes to a major identity shift? Would you say yes to relationships changes? Body or confidence issues? Career changes? Culture or expectations? Mental load or community and loneliness? If you could choose a theme.
I would say identity.
Identity.
I think identity is the major thing. I think identity because nothing can prepare you for motherhood. Motherhood is the most beautiful gift. Hands up. I feel like it's a blessing that I can't put into words at times, right? And this but isn't a negative but, it's just a fact. But it changes you so much. It changes the way you think, the way you see, the way you show up. And there are so many subcategories to identity, because identity is formed by friendships, it is formed by experiences, it is formed by physical appearance, it is formed about the way you interact with people. And motherhood transforms that in a way that nothing has ever transformed your lived experience. We can transform from going to college to uni. We can transform from going to doing undergrad to masters. We can transform from being a sales assistant to be a executive assistant. But those transformations come with a certain level of continuity. Whereas motherhood, it completely catapults you.
Yep. 100%.
And there's a level of continuity that is required, but it's like you don't even, you can't, like, who the hell am I? I beg, I want to just watch a movie, but no. I have to breastfeed. I have to heal my gut. I have diastasis recti. I have to cook and clean. And these are all beautiful things that we've prayed for. And I'm not saying this is a negative, but
It's reality.
it's just a fact. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful fact. And I think that transforms your identity. You can't show up in the same spaces. You don't have the autonomy to just be like, hey, I'm going. Like, you have to plan when you're going to get your wax.
Oh, yeah. Everything is about scheduling. A good
You have to
scheduling.
schedule, especially when they're in the infant stage. Oh my, is there milk in the fridge? In the freezer? Have I done the laundry? Have I packed too many extra clothes for spillages just in case? Whereas before, I want to go get a wax. And just
Let's
go.
go. Oh, do you miss those days where you can just up and go?
I think I used to. Right now, I'm so used to these days now. Like, my son is my firstborn. He's going to be 4 in June. Yeah, so I guess I'm almost 4 years into this hood, this motherhood.
The motherhood.
The motherhood. I'm 4 years into it, so there's some experience, there's some ease, and perspective is everything. I think before I would have said I missed it, but now I'm loving this, because this current situation will not always be like this. And then when they do become more autonomous and they don't need you as much, then you're going to have a whole identity shift again. So please let me just enjoy this current stage and have that perspective, like this too shall pass, and I want to be able to do the best that I can and service this and be as present as I can be in this current season.
No, absolutely. I hear that completely. Okay, so we have a tradition in the show. Bisi, me and you have known each other for a hot minute.
A long time.
A very long time. A clip. Do you know a clip that came up? You know,
Which
when
one?
we were doing like some recording for Afro Nation in one studio like this. I said, and at that point, me and you had no kids.
Nah, I'm sure my waistline was like this.
Girl, I said, look at us. Look at us.
I'm wearing oversized clothing intentionally, baby.
Can you see my fur?
Intentionally.
You see my chinchilla covering? My God. You know, so it got me two things. Obviously, when we work in entertainment together, we know of each other, but we don't really know each other well. So we have a tradition here. And Bisi, your first task is to pronounce my name correctly.
Ezinne. Ah! Ezinne.
Oh, wow. She even put a Y.
Nope, I was down.
Okay. It's actually Ezinne.
Ezinne.
Yeah, that is really good pronunciation. That's a fantastic question. I want you to take a guess. What do you think the name means?
Well, we're Nigerian, so everything's
Yes.
God in there. God is great.
You have started now, everybody.
Okay, does it have God in it?
No, why does everyone feel like every Nigerian name has God in
We're
it?
Nigerian, man. Everything's about God.
My middle name definitely has God in it. So you're in the right lane. You give up?
No.
Okay, go for it. We love a trier.
Abundance.
Really, really abundance in.
Okay, I don't know. Flower.
You don't know. No.
Sunshine.
Oh my God.
Am I cold?
Absolutely freezing.
Oh, damn.
You're in Antarctica at this point.
Okay, one more try.
One more try. Go on.
Wait, you have to give me
No.
clues.
No clues.
Is it to do with the earth? The one?
No.
Is it to do with the cosmos, like the sun and the stars?
We could say that the stars align, but you're still wrong. So give up.
I give up.
Ezinne means good mother.
Slow alone. Oh, damn. You're destined for this.
That's why I said stars were aligning.
Okay, I hear it. I hear it. I
And
hear it.
that's really the heart of the show. And I just felt like I've reached my purpose. You know how you were saying sometimes once you have a child, things just start making so much sense in your life. And that was really why this show was created, because I was like, once I had Ethan, everything just felt correct to lean into being a mother, because my name never made sense to me all my life. I was just like, what kind of name is this? But now it really fully aligns. So I really do want to teach people first how to pronounce it correctly and what it does mean, because I think there's a bit of Ezinne in every woman. So yes. So welcome to the Goodmother Series.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Wonderful. Okay. So now we need to paint a picture. We want to take you back. Who was Bisi before baby? And I don't want this like, oh, what? I want to know you. Who were you before? Because I don't actually. All we know is you.
We just know that you are gonna. Who
Exactly.
was I? Who was I?
Who was I? What were you up to? What were you doing?
Very ambitious. Still am. I really feel like I'm destined for something to make impact. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. I think I was very much a big trial, whether that was winning Miss Nigeria, whether that was presenting, whether that was even doing corporate world. By the way, that was definitely not for me.
What was corporate world like? What were you doing?
Actually, I went to uni, I studied psychology. And then for my master's, I studied oil and gas management.
Oh, wow.
Ask me why my mom twanged me.
No, but your whole master's, listen, come on. It actually
I
makes
don't
sense.
use that. The only thing I know is about like the porosity of oil and offshore and onshore oil rigging.
Oil and gas.
How did I get there? How did I even get like a merit? I have no idea, but it's because I'm a trier and I want to put my best foot forward and I don't give up. I was definitely an ambitious babe who just wanted to live life according to God's will. He wanted to ensure that she was leaving a long lasting legacy. He wanted to make impact. Who felt like being at service was a paramount thing for life. Also, I love to have a good time, love to go out, love movies. I still love movies. There's cinema.
What are you watching at the moment?
I'm rewatching Scandal. I'm rewatching Scandal, and
does it feel different watching it now as an older person?
I feel like it does a little bit. Like some parts of it are cool, but I'm like some parts between Olivia and Fitz. I'm like, come
What are you
on,
doing?
guys. Come on, man. Come on. And I actually feel like Olivia Pope's dad is the best character in Scandal. And then I also didn't think it was that necessary for all of these secrets and stuff. Like, it wasn't that serious.
Honestly, but then we have to remind ourselves it's not real life.
I know it's not real life.
It needs to entertain you.
Like they take things from real life and they just package it for entertainment. Like I honestly feel like there's a B613 that exists.
I agree.
Yeah,
I'm actually in agreement.
Why they haven't activated yet to sort out what's going on in the States, but maybe there's part of their big.
I think this is literally what I was gonna say. Like, I think there's a big grand plan that we have.
There's a plan.
We have no clue about. I feel like we're very small and minute to the grand scheme of what's going on in the world sometimes.
God's will be done. I just pray for peace because the state of the world it really is disheartening.
Absolutely.
You know? Not to put a Debbie down on one, but it's
no,
facts.
but it's facts. It's also things that like affect our children, our future, and a lot of that is so important. So it's definitely things that we do want to talk about, and it's part of who you are to raise these things and these be of concern, because anyone that goes to your page and you're not educated, instantly you're not really on Bisi's page. Yeah, immediately. I think that's one of my favorite things about following you on social media. Like, I feel like I learn so much, and it's so nice to see, as much as you think you're not using your degree, you're using it in so many incredible ways that you may not realize. So I'm thankful to you for that, because it is hard work to put, and the way you do it with so much finesse, and I'm like, yes. I love it so much. Okay, so we were talking about who you were before. I want you to tell me, like, if one of your friends from secondary school was to see us today, what would she say or he say about you?
Funny enough, I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. And we usually check in on each other once in a while. He's married now, recently got married with his wife. They bought a house. I went to his wedding last year, just a few months ago. And he's like, "Yo, Bis, man, like I'm so proud of you." And I was like, "Swear down, why you being soft, my G?" And then he's like, "No, like you've always been really like I could tell you was gonna be okay. Like I could tell, and I feel like you haven't even, and this is his words, like I feel like you haven't even done everything yet, but you're just doing it, like you're doing so well. And I could always tell that you would, but damn." And I was like, "Oh, thank you so much." And because he was talking about the fact that ATA, my All Things Africa page, is growing at such a pace. Like we hit 40K the other day, and now we're at like 52. And I'm just like, I can't keep up really and truly. He's like, "No, from the outside looking." And then I had my BBC documentary, my first ever one, that dropped out at the top of the month. And he's like, "No, basically, like from the outside looking at it, you're doing so good. And I always knew you would." Obviously, you're a little bit unserious. And when they say unserious, because I don't think life is meant to be tough. I don't think we're meant to be too serious. I feel like we're meant to have fun, right? And I'm very much always like this. I've always been like this. As much as I feel like it's important to be ambitious and all of it. But last, smile and have a
Enjoyment.
good time, enjoyment. And he's like, "Yeah, fair enough, you're not a serious candidate." That's what they say. All my friends, they say I'm not a serious candidate, even though I very much am. But they don't take me seriously. I don't know why. I think everybody would have been like, "Yeah, man, Bessie was going to be good."
Oh, that's beautiful. And they were right, because
They're right.
you're doing good. You're looking good. From even here, you look like you're smelling good.
I actually am, girl. I am.
Listen. Okay, so we know a little bit about you. Now let's take you back to the moment you found out you were pregnant.
Ay, ay, ay. The moment
That
I found out
moment.
I was
Tell
pregnant.
us about that moment. And I mean the moment what you were feeling, where you were, everything. I want you to take you back to that moment again.
I was in disbelief. And you know when people say that, I'm like, "Brother, you know you were knacking. Like, what do you mean you're in disbelief?" But I was like, "Oh," it was really like I looked at that stick a couple times.
How many times?
I'm not, me, I'm not a serious candidate, man. But then I was like, "Rah." So it was like, oh, nah.
What made you go take the
Rah.
test?
I was late. But usually, like sometimes I'm like, usually I'm late, usually I'm not late. It's just very much dependent on the flow of the world, just how it is. I'm not really a consistent cycle babe. So I didn't really take it as anything. My husband was just like, "I think you should take a test."
Not him informing you.
And I was just like, "Nah, it'll come." He's like, "All right, has it come?" "Nah, I think you should take a test." "Nah." I took it. It was like 3 weeks plus.
Oh, wow. And were you feeling any symptoms in that? Because
No,
nothing.
nothing.
You were just full of life.
Full of life, happy go lucky. I actually just come back from, I went to a wedding with one of my friends at that day. I was wearing the tightest green jumpsuit. I had my ponytail up. I was living my best life. And I came back home and I was like, "Oh, fine, I'll take one." And then 3 weeks plus.
And then your body was like,
First I was like, "Huh? Huh?" And then I was like, "Nah, ain't no way, I'm not ready." And then I was like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. How long did it take to start settling in for you? Like, oh wow, I'm pregnant.
And I think when we went to get the first scan,
Yeah. How was that?
I was just like, "Raw, like I got a baby inside me." Like I was really like upset. Not
Oh,
upset in a sad way,
in a sad
in a
way, but
happy
like,
way.
yeah.
I looked at it as like, "Oh, damn, this is real. Like there's something." Yeah, no, it was beautiful, man.
I know it's never the same, but did you feel the same level of surprise, like
Oh no,
shock?
we were planning. So we
Oh,
were
you planned for
planning.
the
Yeah,
second.
so we wanted there to be like a 2.5 year gap. So we planned for the second one, and then it was like, "Yeah, come
Oh,
on, let's kill."
this
I
is
didn't.
like,
I wanted the experience to be different, so I didn't do a gender like reveal between when we got all the scans. So the gender was kept secret because I wanted to give
wow.
birth.
How did you
And
survive
then
that emotionally? Because I couldn't.
listen,
I couldn't. Tell me now.
I thought it would be a really lovely experience. I
And
like
how
to
was
try
it?
things,
Was
and
it nice?
it was nice. Like I really was like, and I think an intentional reason behind it. I didn't want to get like, some people feel gender disappointment, and it's a real thing. It's not like a heavy thing, but sometimes you'll be like, hey, I would really love a daughter, and if you find out early that you're having a son, you might be like, oh, but I really wanted a daughter, and I just didn't want anything like that. I just want a healthy baby. And I was just like, ah. And then when it came out to be two boys, I'm like, damn, these boys are going to be jumping on my head.
They're not gonna give you a moment of rest. Trust
At
me.
all, at all, at all. But is the second time round is different. The first time round, nothing can compare. But that doesn't mean the second time round is less than. It just means you go into it informed and you go into it more aware of how your body works, how your body can go through things. Like these things are not just all new. It's not a new experience. It's a lived experience with new moments and a new perspective too. And I think I was so much more kinder to myself second time round. First time round, I'm a slimmers by design. Yeah. But my body I was just like, oh my goodness me. Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so fat. Oh, this, and that. I was so unkind to myself the first time around. Like, I was really having this whole identity crisis where my ankles were big, my neck was a little bit dark, and my belly was dark. And I just wasn't kind to myself. Like, I am legit performing a miracle by God's grace. And I'm concerned about, like, my belly, and obviously, those are real valid concerns, and I don't want to minimize that, right? Yeah. But in hindsight, I think I would have enjoyed pregnancy more if I had the perspective like my body's performing a miracle, and I'm so grateful that I'm able and healthy enough to do this. I have the opportunity to do this. Let my body do what it needs to do. I trust my body to do what it's meant to do, and I will figure out the rest later. Whereas before I was like, oh my gosh, should I work out? Should I do this? Maybe I shouldn't eat. And I was just robbing myself of being fully present in the
In that
miracle
moment.
that's
Yeah.
happening.
Hey, just a quick moment. If this episode put words into something you're feeling, chances are someone you know might need to hear it too. Sharing the episode, leaving a comment, or subscribing helps build a wider space for honest storytelling and recognition. Now, back to the conversation. Why do you feel like in the first time that you weren't able to be there? Do you feel like there wasn't a lot of conversation around being more kinder to yourself? Did you have a village? Did you have a surrounding that kind of gave you that, or you just kind of was having baby on your own and just learning on the job, to be honest?
I think you're learning on the job. I think I have community for sure, right? But out of my friendship group, I was the first one to get married, first one to have a baby, right? And there's this thing where when you're the one who's kind of always worked together, when you're the one that people come to for like advice and like counsel and like just like that pick me up. And then also when you're the one that's not the serious candidate, there's like when you say like, "Bruh, like they don't take you seriously." Not in a bad way, but they're like, "Oh, it's not that. It's not like, oh, but you're still slim. By the way, I'm complaining about putting on weight, but I'm still fitting into size 10 jeans." So for context in the grand scheme of life, right? But this is a very real reality for me. I have never been this big before. Fair enough, I'm still slimmer than you, but this is a very real reality to me. And I am a strong believer that if people haven't experienced it themselves and if they don't have that level of not emotional intelligence, but the fact of the ability to be able to try to put themselves in someone else's shoes, they can make smaller of your plight. And not in a rude way. I just feel like maybe they didn't know any better. So when I did explain to like my friends, they're like, yo, guys, this is kind of really tough. Oh, I'm putting on weight. Oh, but you're still slim. Oh, like my skin, but your skin's still clear. I'm like, guys, this is not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
And
it's the
now that
change.
it's the change, right? And now that a few of them have like gone into marriage, they have gone into pregnancy, and they're like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, brother, I told you, you just wasn't listening.
We tell you.
I told you, but you just wasn't listening. But I'm a strong believer that people don't know things until they feel it themselves. I have no bad qualms about it, but
I think
was like,
it would be hard when, especially as you said, you were the first in your circle to go through it. And I used to be a terrible friend. I would be one of those friends that would be like, oh, you're still slim, but you were a size 10 girl. I was knocking on size 18 from my 8 pack. you know, and it's almost like people can see you as yourself, but you can't see yourself as yourself again. You're just like, who's this person? You know, and it's really hard. But
It's
yeah, no.
so tough, and there's so many things that happen. Like I felt like I was on a consistent conveyor belt of joy. Like it was great, but it's like when you're consistently moving and you just want to be still, but you can't. Because whether it's first trimester, second trimester, moving house, getting married, doing these things, learning new family, mother-in-law, father-in-law, mother, stepfather, like if there's so many things, friendships, availability, work, accessibility, like there's so many things. And I'm very key on like, I like to keep myself private, right? So you won't know I'm having a baby until the baby's out.
Girl, we didn't even know you were getting married.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
I
love
think
that. I love that.
I
I
keep
love your
myself to myself. I've
privacy.
always been like that. No one's ever known when I've had a boyfriend. Why would you know when I have a husband? Why would
Facts.
did I invite you? The
That's
people that I
facts.
invited to the wedding, the people that know.
This is,
Why would I
do you know
show
what?
you his face? Do you
It's
know?
so funny because I was like, I think because everyone was trying to decipher, and I was just like, Busy has always been so private. What are you guys
Like,
expecting?
get out of here, man. Get out of here. I show you what I
Oh,
want to show you, okay?
this is it. Go and
If you
learn.
like
Go
it,
and
don't like it. If you don't like it, that's your own business. I don't care.
what they should be focusing on is all things
Like, focus on
Africa.
your focus, brother.
Can't do that.
That whole wedding fiasco was such a hell show. But
Why do you say that?
no, I mean social media. Not the my wedding was beautiful. My wedding was beautiful. It was.
And there's something nice about doing it privately. I think it just keeps you really intimate. I don't think even a lot of people know this. Me and Ugo eloped. Yeah, like we're that vibe.
I love that. Just
Yeah,
keep it to
so
yourself because it's your piece.
100%.
It's your like just keep it. Keep
Yeah. And I think
it.
that actually helps to like first like build longevity in the relationship as well. Like I think a lot of people think the louding thing, it's like, no, you really need to be like here with each other, you know.
Each
So
to their own, right? If you
100%
want to do it, you can. But I don't think people feel should be so entitled to want to know every little bit. Like,
everything.
blah, blah. Come on, like, I don't know what your mum's name is. I don't want to. I should, unless you want to tell me, sure. But if for one day you're posting like, and you post the back of someone's head, it's okay. Like, the internet will not see my children's face unless they want to be on it. You will see the back of their head because I have children and they're part of my life and whatever. But the internet is a scary place as well. So no.
Absolutely. No, and you're definitely entitled to keep your privacy. 100%. Me on the other hand, I'm like, here's Ethan.
Yeah, no, but you can do that too. You can do that
No,
too, and that's
100%. I
fine.
I think there's something about social media that is so important for parents to like protect their children. But I'm like the physical protector. Like I'm the one that I'll go to me and you will go to battle for my son. don't
Yeah,
even don't even
don't
I,
play, don't try
do
me.
not play with that child with me. Okay, cool. So what would you say the moments in either pregnancy or birth or the early months that you still kind of remember in your body?
Throwing up every
Oh,
morning, that yellow
oh,
bile.
oh,
Oh,
oh. With a boy?
oh, girl, listen, I was throwing up so much.
Oh gosh.
And it was yellow and
E,
it was metallic and it
E.
was oh god, I
Was this
can
the
even
whole I can feel it. I can feel it. Was this the first trimester or like the
listen.
entire
I
thing?
think the best trimester is maybe the second half of the second trimester. The
Just that
second
little
half
bit.
of the second trimester. That's where you're in. What they call it now? Flow state or constant flow. There's this term, flow state. I don't know. That's when you're floating. You're just floating. Nice. That's when you should schedule your holiday.
What would you rate all the trimesters for yourself?
First trimester is the gutter. The gutter. Maybe if there's below gutter,
Is
below the
that?
gutter. Second trimester is calm. Well, the second half of the second trimester is beautiful. And then, to be honest, the first quarter of the third trimester is also cool because you're like in that same flow state. After that,
Is all right.
ah, especially the last part of the third trimester.
That last 2 weeks
You are. Oh my. Hey,
is the
no,
is the
you
weight. The weight is just like, whoa, what am I carrying? My God.
like for real, girl. Like for real. Like it's honestly so intense. And then it's like you can't breathe, the heartburn, the sleeping on your side, the standing up, the everybody staring at you. Are you having twins? No, my belly was big.
I tell you, I didn't understand. We just carry big. Leave us alone.
It just made me think, oh, God is amazing because he created the woman's body image because I was a whack. It looked like I had triplets in there. And that's why first time around, yeah, I feel like, and I wish I was kinder to myself because first time around, I actually had it easier. Wallah. Second time around, I was kind to myself, so I didn't know I was having it that tough. But it was only when the baby came out, I was like, whoa. Like now I have, first time around, I didn't get any of the stretched skin. I didn't get no stretch marks. I didn't have diastases. I didn't have no ripping. Everything was perfect. It was nice. I was upset about that. Now, my belly has the crinkle crinkle around it.
Honestly.
I'm like, maybe if I continue with the share butter, it will even out. And it has been. It has been.
Oh,
It
it
has been.
has. You
It
people are
has been.
trying. I gave up from baby number one. I say, forget
Um,
this. I'm going to live with my tribal marks in peace because this is too much.
I go, wow. But yeah, no, second time around, like, even I've got, what's it, diastase recti. I started Pilates.
What is that? Diastasis? Say it again.
Diastasis recti. That's when your abdomen separates. So when your belly is so big, your abdomen, it kind of separates. And then over time, it heals, it heals, it heals. But sometimes people aren't able to close the gap.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I have
right.
a gap of like 3 fingers. So I started Pilates, and I assumed that my healing process would be as easy as my first time round. And obviously, you get older as well, and like, I'm not saying I'm old, I'm still a young baby girl. Let my baby girl lifestyle, okay? But it's not the same. So I started Pilates yesterday, and I was struggling. And I can even feel like the pain in my abdomen right now, but obviously it will take time and you have to give your body grace to heal.
It's tough. Honestly, there's so many things that come up. One of my symptoms was I lost mobility in my right arm.
Huh?
Girl.
Huh? Where's the lady with the list? Where's the lady with the list? Can you come back and note this one down?
Literally, this whole arm stopped moving, and I was breastfeeding, so I had to use my left arm to do all that work for like 4 weeks. It was
Oh
with
no.
a cesarean. Did you have a natural birth
No,
or?
I had a natural birth. I had both of them vaginal.
Oh, lovely.
Pushed everything both in the water, well,
What
in the
is that
pool.
experience? Because I've never had it, and I'm not planning to have it, even with this one.
To push, girl.
Tell me, the girl's gone back. She said, "Oh my God."
Honestly feel like it should be legal. I don't think that should be legal.
Really?
I think it's illegal. And then I look back at the taste of an apple and the fact that because Eve apple, it wasn't mango, it wasn't pineapple, it wasn't passion fruit, it wasn't even lychee or like something. It was apple. That thing should be illegal. Like that pain is so excruciating. It's so peak. Can't lie. And second time round, yeah, first time round, you what's it, contract, like the contract, they you take your time, the dilation, it takes some time, right? So it's like you're incrementally feeling the pain. First time round, it went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Ooh.
I said, like, nah, because they're meant to like examine you maybe every, I can't remember the hours, I don't remember they examined me the first time, and I was there. I was like, oh, you're only like 3 centimeters dilated, right? They can't check you again for how many hours. I said, husband, call them back. This baby is coming. He didn't. Cause I swear it was this. It would have been like 20 minutes between the first examination till I was ready to push. That pain. Oh my gosh. And the second time around was so much more traumatic. I ended up hemorrhaging. They had to separate me from my baby and they had to rush me from the birthing suite to the ward. And then I can remember like my husband, like, he was like over there with the baby and they were pushing me and I had to go in the lift and there was so many people around me. Oh, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. I felt like I was in like an ER like movie.
Grey's
That's what I was saying.
Anatomy.
I was just like, what the hell? And then they put me into a room and then so many people walked in. Hi, I'm this, I'm this, I'm the anesthesia, I'm the this, I'm the this. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Yeah. And And it's like, okay, so we haven't been able to separate the, what's it called, the placenta or something from your things. It's stuck. It's something like that. So we have to, and they were tugging me and tugging, and the blood was everywhere. And then I think I must have like dozed out, whatever. And then when I opened my eyes, I couldn't see. As in, like,
Where's the lady with the list?
tracing paper, the translucent, imagine a full pack of that
Oh,
in front
wow.
of your eyes. So you can see light, but you
You
can't
can't
see.
see.
I said, let me sleep again and wake up because this is not my push. And I think that was really traumatic in a sense.
In a sense? What do you mean by in a sense? That is highly traumatic. What do you mean? Don't even dumb that down.
I don't think not like you're not allowed, but it's in the grand scheme of life, you're fine. You got a healthy baby.
I am two ways about it. I feel like there's so much that happens in this pregnancy that even for us to come out of it, and we are grateful and we're thankful, but let's not underestimate what we went through.
Facts on facts.
Like,
bro, that was harsh. That was a big thing, man.
yeah,
Like
because
that
I
was
can
so
just
traumatized.
imagine your mind,
So traumatized.
because you're also thinking about your first, you're thinking about your husband, you're thinking about your family. You have all that information. So please, this is where, you said something earlier, which is being kind to yourself. This is also where it falls into it, because a lot of people see complaining as a negative. No, complain. In fact, you're allowed, because what is this?
Yeah, no, that was tough, man. That was tough. Even now I'm thinking about it. I didn't think I had time to process it properly. Because then you have to start breastfeeding, and then we were admitted into the hospital for like 7 or 8 days. He was under like the light, and it was really, like, he was so small, and the doctors kept on like prodding him and like doing all of these things. And we were 40 plus 6, but because I had hemorrhage, so I had to stay in, and then he had jaundice, and they had to give him like blue light therapy and hospital food is pants, and then I couldn't be at home, and then my firstborn is like, oh, is mommy coming back? Where's mommy? Like, it's just so many things, and it was just, yeah. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like it was so much.
I feel like you haven't really talked about that.
No, I haven't, because I was like, it's a blessing to be able to go through it, but it's tough.
It's tough. What do you think is the biggest, wait, nobody told me that moment in your life right now?
Like, I feel like even if you were on holiday, right, with your girls, it's still non-stop. Intentionally by design. Like, the way that we are wired as good mothers, like, irrespective of what we're doing, how we're showing up, like, motherhood is wired into us. And I think no one can prepare you for the fact that it doesn't stop. You don't really want it to. I don't want it to. But it would be nice to have been prepared. And I don't think you can ever be prepared. I think you learn this on the go when perspective is put into it, when seasons put into it, when you shift mentally to accept the reality of it being a lifelong gift and purpose that you have now added to yourself or has been added to you. Like, we are stewards of people's destinies. Like, this is a massive gift and responsibility that we must do right by. But yeah, it's nonstop. And it's a gift, and people can find it can be burdensome at times. It can be taxing at times. But more so than everything, it's a gift, and it's a non-stop gift that you just have to figure out as you go.
And, when the boys come and they just give you that smile, all the worry just, it's like, yeah, I haven't slept, but, let's go again.
Well, let's go. Let's go. You wanna have a disco? We had a disco this morning before nursery.
A whole disco.
We had a disco. We turned off the lights, closed the shutters. We have the little dinosaur that has the lights, the disco lights. We played some music. I think it was Bob Marley, and we were going. We were going.
I love that.
Disco. I was even doing the disco. I was like, do your eyebrow, do your shoulder, do your shoulder. And then I was like, it's time to go to nursery. He's like, say bye bye to disco lights. I was like, see disco lights. Because I made it like a thing, like we say goodbye to the playroom, we say good night or good morning. We greet the things that allow us to have a great experience, because It's important, even though we do live in abundance and we have it. I really want him to, I want them to know, like, you have abundance of toys, but what's this one's name? How do we care for this one?
Oh,
Like, you know
that
what I
is
mean? Like,
so
we have a
sweet.
playroom. Okay. Good morning, playroom. Good night, playroom. Thank you for a good time, playroom. Because I
Oh.
never had playroom. I'm grateful that we have playrooms and it makes sense for the house, but it's very important no matter how much blessings and how much abundance we live in, they should really be able to see the value in the smallest of things. Every detail matters. And gratitude is important.
You said that you didn't have a playroom and they have a playroom. What do you think is the biggest difference from what you remember yourself as a child versus how you are currently parenting?
And the biggest difference is I'm not a single parent. And I grew up without a father, right? And I think there were so many things, you know, when you're like, there's so many things that I feel like I was robbed of, like balance in the home, my mum being able to show up as a mom. Like she was, the way that I can't imagine what it would have been like to come to a foreign land by yourself, to have a child, to have to work, to have to navigate so many things and still be a mom. Like I'm sure I was crying. I'm sure I wanted to jump on her head. Like there's so many things. Like I just can't big up my mom in it. Big up single parents
Single
everywhere.
parents, like,
Big up whether that's a man, whether that's a woman. Big up single parents because it's tough. Even with two, even with two and help. Even with two and a nanny, two and an au pair, two and a cleaner, two and a family unit. Like it's tough. No matter how much support you have, it's so tough. So I cannot physically imagine what. So I think that's the biggest difference. I'm so grateful to God that I have a stable home, a home where they can see daddy, they can see mommy, they can see grandma on both sides. Like they can see aunties and uncles on both sides. They can see there's community. There is there is stability, healthy stability. I'm so fortunate for that. I'm so fortunate. They don't need to be dropped off. Mom, I don't need to drop them off to or relegate them to someone else's care because I have to go and work to pay the bills. Like there is a level of ease and comfort that they have. By the grace of God, thank you to my husband, thank you to God. Like there is a certain level of struggle that they will never need to experience. Like it would never need to be part of their identity. Oh yeah, I grew up in a single parent household. Like, and this is what I'm saying currently, like this is by God's grace, their entirety of their lives. But you know, I think that level of ease and that level of comfort is such a blessing.
you said earlier that what changed most for you was most likely identity. What would you say was the turning point that you were like, okay, I'm coming back to myself. I am feeling myself again?
Can you ever feel like yourself again? Well, I think you can, right? But you're a different self. For me, the shift came with perspective. I'm not trying to be Bisi before motherhood. I'm trying to be the best version of Bisi that she can be right now as a mother of two, a wife, a founder, a friend, a sister. I am showing up to the best of my ability with the capacity that I have for this current season. I'm not chasing something that was before. I'm not chasing tomorrow. I am living fully and showing up the best way I can in this season. That perspective has allowed me to be like, oh yeah, this is me. And it just allowed me to operate and move within this space and with a certain level of ease and comfort, like confidence that I didn't have before because I was robbing you know when you try to scatter yourself, when you just rob yourself of so much peace. Peace in the now. Show up for who you are right now. And even if you're trying to figure out who that is, show up for who you are in this current moment. Like this second that we're talking about. And I think that was a perspective shift for me. I ain't chasing nothing. I just want to be the best version of myself for who I am right now. And right now, I'm trying to be the best version for you because we are on this call right now. When we come off this call, I'll be the best version of myself while I'm trying to research for the next script. You know, I think I really take things. for the present now. Yes, you can think about the future, and yes, you can reminisce on the past. But last is today that we know, Abby. Do the best that you can for today. Put your best foot forward. Let go. Let God. Be kind. Be do unto others as you would like to do to yourself. You know. And I think that perspective has just allowed me to just flow, ease and peace.
That's actually really inspired me because I'm the planner and the plotter. I mean, I've planned 10 years in advance.
Planning is good. Honestly, planning
No,
is good, but
it's
living for the now,
obsessive. I
living for the now,
plan.
I think is better.
No, I can even appreciate it because I think what I am noticing in this conversation is like you're light on your feet, like you're flowing and you're just enjoying the process and enjoying the moments. And I think that's what's very important for me having this conversation with you, because I think I don't sometimes bask in the moment. I rather just go like, okay, I should be, what primary school should you be going to? Like, I start pre-planning for everything. I guess that's with background as well. Everybody has those little quirks. Okay, so this is my favorite part of the show. It is, I call it, stop doing that. This is where my guests take the opportunity to tell the community, their friends and family, the public, one thing that they find very annoying, that people need to just stop doing that when it comes to motherhood. Do you have any to bring to the table?
Yes.
Okay, hit us with it.
Stop painting motherhood as the end of the world. And I know, like, the realities of motherhood is serious. Like, I get it. But I feel like there is this narrative of, like, not woe is me, but like, oh, it's so tough. It is tough, but it's such a blessing. Maybe I can't impose the way I think onto others, but I do think it will do a better service to mothers, aspiring mothers, people, just the community of motherhood if we don't lead with the weight of it, rather lead with the joys of it. Because as much as it is heavy, the joys outweigh. And the joy at the end of it that we don't see yet, when they grow and then when they become like we are, that joy outweighs the fact that you aren't sleeping for the first 2 years, or that you can't go out with your friends for the first 5 years. The joy of bringing forth life, that miracle in itself, and then the joy of stewarding a destiny and making a human that will impact the world. And just like, even if they don't want to do, if they just want to be an accountant or they want to be a bus driver, whatever they want to do, but you brought forth life and a destiny, the joys of that outweigh the tea and pain, you know. And I would love if we would lead with the joys instead of the weight.
Okay, no, I love that. I love that, but it's still painful, guys.
It
Don't be
is.
fooled.
It is. It
I'm
is.
joking.
It is
I'm
still. It's
joking.
still heavy. It's
No, but
still.
I
But
hear it. I hear it. I think one of the things that like a lot of my friends now, they said, "Oh, Ezinne, you've been keeping it real with being a mom," and I think that's what it is, because they were like, "Oh, I told my husband, I'm open to one more," and although he laughed at me, as in literally Ugo cackled at me when I said I wanted three.
You're on three.
Three.
And you know what? I think I want three too.
You see, like,
I think I do, but not right now.
not right now.
Give me a bigger break. I need a bigger break. Okay.
Yeah. No, but I think once you start leaning into the joy of it, your mind opens to the idea of it. You start looking at things in a completely different realm. Like, you're just, okay, cool. And honestly, the saying, like, God will not give you something you can't handle.
Hey, but you be wise, though. Don't ask for everything now, because if you're not prepared, you can ruin what God gives you.
I used to ask for twins. I said the way my mouth
I
shut
wanted
up.
twins. God knew I wouldn't be able to survive.
Do you get what I mean? I said,
Yeah.
nah.
He knew it. He knew it. I would have, you would have seen me. I would
Oh,
have been
gosh.
huh? Twins.
Imagine two crying kids.
Crying simultaneously.
I'll be
Your
gone.
twins, parents.
Listen, I'll be handing children like Oprah. You get one. You get one. You get one.
Because twins. Oh.
goodness
Even
me.
having two. Oh, you're joining me. Having two.
What is that? That's actually a really great question because,
Hey,
like,
the jump
what
from
is the
one to two is
jump?
serious. The jump from one to two is serious. I tell you what, the biggest thing is, it's the fact that you are needed by both, but in different ways. So your firstborn is still like, also, I had this whole thing where I was just like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be the last time that it's only us three. Like this is, I remember I was having that when as soon as the like I was nearing birthing, I'm like, baby, it's only gonna be us three. Like, but after that, it's gonna be more than it's gonna be us four. And I think I was more not mourning, but I was sad that he wasn't gonna be my only child. I was sad that I would have to like share myself with someone. It was a weird sort of thing, but I was just like, it's never gonna be us three again. Now it's gonna be us four forever. Like this is the last time it's gonna be us three. But what was I saying? I was saying the jump from yeah. So they need you in different ways. So someone will need you to breastfeed them, someone will need you to feed them with a spoon. And as simple as that seems,
That seems so complicated.
you have to push yourself and show up, compartmentalize your motherhood to ensure that as much as this breastfeeding baby requires so much of you, your firstborn still requires his mom. And you cannot afford to, like, we were so intentional. We were never like, oh, I can't be with you right now because I need to be with, uh. Like I don't want to use language to be show him that he is not
Not
as
as
important to
important.
me. Even
Mm.
though, like, I might really need to change this diaper right now. I might really need to put him on the boot. That you have to be so intentional. So you set a precedence from the Genesis that we are all in this together, and you're still our baby, and we are still like. I think that requires a lot of emotional intelligence and a lot of awareness because you could say things. Oh, I sorry, baby, I'm coming. I just need to change baby's diaper. Can you come with me, please, so we can do it together? Like just so they don't feel othered. And I was so intentional about that. So I think that's the biggest jump. The biggest jump is being needed in different ways, but having to show up fully in those different ways.
You know, this is why I love this show because I mean, I'm learning, I'm preparing, like all this. I'm just writing in my mental notebook. Okay, remember, don't shoot the other one away.
Yeah. Don't. Yeah.
Don't
And
shoot
it's
it.
yeah,
Yeah, no, that's
it's a
great.
big thing. It's a big
Okay,
jump.
just to wrap up this part section of the show, I want to ask you to finish the sentence. Are you ready?
I'm trying. I think so.
The sentence is: a good mother is.
The best that she can be. As long as she's putting her best foot forward with the resources that she has, with the capacity that she has, I think that's a good mother.
So we are moving on to we call this mum hotline. And we just want
I
you,
love the segments. This is so well done. Well
thank
done.
you. We want you to
So well
weigh in.
done. I can't wait to come into the studio one day for the next season when you have a space.
I
The
don't know if I would do a
Goodmother
space, you know,
Series.
but what I would like to do is a live show, but with my mum's live
Okay,
instead.
nice, nice,
Yeah, but
nice, nice.
I think I prefer
In your home.
in your home kind of
Yeah.
vibe. Okay,
Sure.
cool. They keep complimenting me, but I don't recognize myself. I had a baby and everyone says I bounced back. So I feel guilty admitting I'm struggling. My body is different. My confidence is weird. And my friends make jokes like it's not serious.
We spoke about that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. What's
I
your
want to give her
thoughts?
a hug.
I
I
know.
want to give her a hug. Like I feel like as blasé as it may seem, or like everybody says this, but she should just try to be kind to herself. She should just try to be kind to herself and have perspective that she performed a miracle and herself. If she has the perspective of like, I'm not trying to be like before and I'm not looking at tomorrow, I'm just right now in the now. And the reflection that she sees is her in the now. I think that perspective will help her shift the identity conflict that we have physically appearance identity because your body has changed, but the body before did not bring forth life. Of course, it wouldn't look like this. And this is bringing forth life is a miracle. And you were able to do that, and your friends, they don't know any better. tell them, and if you know the found like the roots of like your friendship, and you know it's not like a malice thing, with time they will understand. As long as you communicate to the best way that you can that you don't appreciate this, and they should adjust accordingly if they are good friends, but you should vocalize that you don't appreciate like your plights being made of light of just because they don't see it. Like there's a real thing for me. um but then be kind to yourself, because you have performed a miracle, and the body that you have, or the body that you may be mourning, or the body that you may be looking at, did not do what you did. So you have a right to look like what you look like right now. And if you want it to be better, want it to be better for the you are today, not the you were yesterday.
Sweet. Okay, so our next writing says, my partner wants our child online and I don't. He says I'm doing too much about privacy. I don't want my child's face on social media, but my partner posts consistently. We argue because he thinks I'm controlling and paranoid, and I feel like I'm protecting our child. What do you think?
I think that you and your partner need to have a conversation. You need to understand his why, listen to his why. He needs to listen to your why. And then you need to outweigh which why is carries the most weight. Not like putting personal opinion to the side. You should put your child's future identity. Like your child doesn't have a choice in this. You are making the decisions for them, and you guys are also aware of what the internet may hold. And then also you want to respect your partner wants to respect you, and you want everybody's opinion to feel seen, to feel heard, to feel valued. So I think it needs to be like you guys need to strip back to understand the why, and come to some sort of agreement that makes sense for your union, whether that could be online with constraints, or whether that is still a hard no. It depends on whose why outweighs the other, but everybody still needs to be seen and heard.
Yeah, I think I'll play devil's advocate and just challenge you on this a little bit. In our culture, especially in the Nigerian culture, obey your husband, the man knows, leader, and all of that. As it's her partner, the man, that is the one that wants that child online. What is your take on that? Because sometimes in our culture, the woman has the weaker voice.
I think culture is important. You know me, I'm an advocate for culture preservation, but if some cultures make no sense, then I feel like, yes, my husband is the head of my home. Right there. Just because he's the head of my home doesn't mean I don't have a voice. The head needs its neck to stand, right? And we are unit. We are a partnership. We work together in harmony for the best for our home. There are things that he takes full point guard on, and I follow his lead. There are things that I take full point guard on, and he follows my lead. Like, I don't think because your husband is the head that means you have no voice. If that's the case, then that's not for me. That's not a healthy environment. Yeah. So culture or not, and I don't think culture should encourage women to not have a voice. I think that part of culture is it's not something that should be preserved. I think respect, honoring your husband, honoring your home, all of that stuff, it makes sense. But that thing is interchangeable. Like everything works according to a greater good. And we have roles and we have positions for a particular reason, but no one's role or no one's voice is smaller than the other just because it doesn't work.
No,
So
100%.
make sure you feel seen and heard, and he should also feel seen and heard. And when you weigh it out for what makes sense for your family and for the future of your children, maybe there's a compromise, maybe there's constraints, or maybe, or she could be like, maybe her husband is correct. That's why everybody needs to be seen, heard, and valued.
And do you think as well, like these are for those that are not in the situation or are planning to have children, these are important topics to have as conversations before you get married and have kids with someone? These are like, because I feel like a lot of people just date and they don't really talk about the heavy stuff until they land themselves in the heavy stuff, and then they now realize, like, I think that there's a really great word you use, which is alignment, and they just realize, wow, there's the area that I'm not aligned in, and then there's this trying to find a balance now and trying to get everyone heard. Do you think it's something us women even should bring more to the table. What are your stance on social media for children?
Yeah, yeah. I definitely think like even though I don't like I don't take it as like a heavy thing, but I
Yeah,
do think um the way in which you operate in your singlehood and the way the values that you carry, you should also communicate that to your significant other to learn his values and the things that he carries and the way that he shows up in his space, because there are things that you may not align on completely, but they're not like be all the and end all. There'll be compromise. There'll be like I post on social media, right? Like I do, but then I don't post certain parts of my life. My husband, he doesn't post anything about
yeah,
us online in general, and that's just how he is, and that doesn't make me feel like he's hiding me or he doesn't love me or whatever. Like there's certain, like if it was someone that felt that way, that could be a problem, you know. So it's important to have these sort of conversations, even though social media is just social media, and it could just die tomorrow and you'll still all
absolutely.
be okay.
Will to survive.
But yeah, communication about your values and your morals and the things that move you are important in the early stages of dating to not have any issues moving forward.
Yeah. Okay. Another mum wrote, my birth was traumatic, but nobody lets me talk about it. Every time I try, they tell me to be grateful. My delivery was scary and I still get flashbacks, but everyone dismisses it because baby's fine. I'm functioning, but I'm not okay.
I think that's sad. I think it's a very sad reality. And it's like I understand the gratitude. I understand that the baby's okay. But if you're not okay, you should feel seen and you should feel heard. And and if in your space that's not happening, find a space where it can happen. Because I think by human nature, we want to be seen. We want to be heard. We want our voice to be valued. We want to be able to say that this happened. And what happened to her is a very, very true thing. You know, that experience, you can only feel it yourself, like no one can go through that. So I feel like she should find a space where she can be heard and she can be seen and speak about it then. I don't want her to keep it in. That'll be bad. Yeah. And then maybe she will fall into the level of gratitude that everybody's forcing on her at this moment in time. Because yeah, gratitude is also a very true thing, but two truths can coexist. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think
100%.
she should find a space where she can be seen and she can be heard, because birth trauma.
Is real. It's a real thing. Okay, next one is actually right up your alley. I think you give a fantastic view on this. It says, I'm scared my firstborn thinks I'm replacing them. My older child's behavior changed the day the baby came. My toddler is clingy, angry, and acting out. I keep saying, wait, because the baby needs me, and I'm worried I am damaging them.
Yes, you are. Sorry. I don't mean it like
I
that. You're
judge
not doing it
you.
intentionally. I'm not judging
I'm
you. And you know
joking.
what's really amazing is that
Yeah.
you are acknowledging what you're doing now, which means you want to do better, and you can that's the first step. Like you can see that this is not the best thing. But like I know like the baby does need to be changed. The baby is crying, but your toddler is your baby and he was your baby first. So bring your toddler into it, man. Make him feel like I told you, by human design, we want to be seen, we want to be heard. From the littlest, from as soon as we come out the womb, crying because we want to be heard. you know,
Facts.
by nature, by design, we want to be seen, we want to be heard. And it's very important for you to ensure that your first baby still feels like your baby. No matter that his brother or his sister has come into the picture, your first baby will always be your baby. And now you have two babies and he has a baby brother or baby sister. Really integrate the firstborn into the secondborn situation. Never try your best to not be like, hold on, I'm attending to him. Mm-mm. Be like, hey, let's attend them together. Can you see that? Can you see that baby's crying? Oh yeah, baby's crying. We don't like when baby cry. That's really so. What should we get baby? Should we get baby the bottle? Should we get baby mommy booby? Like just and then the baby, oh yeah, I'm involved. And that cleanliness, yeah, you can be on this. And I know you may be overstimulated and you may be touched out, but that small discomfort is laying a really good seed in your firstborn because they will act out, and we don't want that. It's already tough as it is.
Do you
We want everything
understand?
to be in harmony, okay?
We want peace. You know,
They
something.
act out when things are going correct. So talk less of when we're instilling otherness to them.
Yes. I think one of the things I started doing with Ethan at a very young age is breathing techniques.
Oh my gosh, I do that. Hey,
Yes.
let's breathe. Mm-mm. Pause. Deep breath. A
Listen.
slow one. Let's do it together.
Hmm.
Okay?
It's
Are you okay now,
worked
baby?
miracles. Like,
Yeah.
people are shocked. Like, once Ethan starts crying, I'm like, baby, let's breathe. And we hold hands
Yeah,
and
yeah,
we
the
breathe
words.
together. Like, it's
Just
like,
to regulate their
do you
system because
understand
their
it?
system is like,
Regulate their system. It's also to regulate my own system. Let's all regulate because this is much. You know, it's stimulating. Overstimulation is a real thing. You will be everywhere. I think this is our final mum writing for you. It says, "Motherhood is all I talk about now, and I miss myself. I love my child, but I miss being a full person. I feel like my identity shrank. My conversations, my clothes, my plans, everything is motherhood. I am embarrassed to say I miss my old freedom."
One, don't be embarrassed to say you miss your off. Two, you are a mother. Motherhood is you. Motherhood is you. You are. Don't try to separate because you're robbing yourself of that full experience of motherhood. You are a mother, and that's a beautiful thing. But you are also a daughter. You are also a friend. You are also a businesswoman. You are also someone who likes to sleep and watch crime docs or eat pizza. Like you are also all of these beautiful things. And if you have the perspective of seasons, it will help you in this journey. Forget, not forget. That's me minimizing it. But before motherhood, that experience, that person that you were, she's not coming back, okay? And the sooner we understand that, the better. And it's nothing wrong with her not coming back because you have transformed. You have transformed into this beautiful version of yourself that is just waiting for you to just see her for who she is right now. And you are a full version of yourself, but motherhood is taking up your capacity right now, and that is okay. With time, seasons, perspective, you'll be able to increase that capacity, but don't rob yourself of being full in the capacity of now because you won't always need to be the way that you are right now. So perspective is key. It
Very
helps find
key.
peace. Perspective and peace go like this together for me. Perspective, peace. Peace, perspective.
This is it. P square, in fact.
Facts.
Okay, so we're right towards the end of the show now, and this is where we want to support a mum. And as Bisi is a mum that we're talking to, we want Bisi to tell us all about all things Africa.
Okay,
Tell us more
guys.
about what you're
Clack, clack,
doing,
clack, clack, clack.
how you're doing it, where we can find you, what we can do to get involved, how we can support you. Tell us everything.
All Things Africa is my platform that I founded, dedicated to preserving African culture and heritage through enjoyable learning and curated experiences. We are digital currently, and we have a big digital audience that is highly engaged across the diaspora and on the continent with people who are interested in learning about their roots. I strongly believe that if you know your roots, the way in which you move in the space, but the way in which you show up in society is one that is rooted in identity. And I feel like for a lot of us, especially in the diaspora, the degrees of separation between us and the motherland has a little bit of fragmentation, right? And we have that little bit of identity conflict where over here we are Black British or Black American or Black Canadian or African American, or like we are this, and then when we're at home we're also not too African because we have this diaspora identity conflict. And if you know your roots and you know your history and you know your heritage and you know how dope and amazing we are, then I think it just helps your identity. And that's what I do with All Things Africa. And I make sure that we're learning in a fun way, in a way that's engaging, in a way that doesn't feel mundane and monotonous. You'll be learning through our Know Your Roots quiz. You'll be learning through your Unforgotten series. You'll be learning through our ATA guides, through our ATA sevens. You'll be learning through a repost or a video, and eventually we'll start doing more experiences, more dinners, more workshops. It's self-funded at the moment, but by God's grace, I'll be able to get funding.
Amazing. No, 100%.
By God's grace, you will. But what you can do is please just join our growing community. Find us at all things Africa _ www.allthingsafrica.co. We're on YouTube, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're everywhere. And follow me too. I am Bisi Akins, presenter, voiceover artist, and founder of All Things Africa. Shameless plug again. I am
No shame here. Plug it.
I am a mother, I am a wife, I am a daughter, a sister, a friend, but more so I'm a child of God, of course, by the way. But I'm a person who feels like you don't need to be boxed in. Above everything else, I want to live a life that leaves a long-lasting impact, that's meaningful. I love healthy, radiant skin. I love all things Africa. I show up however I want to show up. And if you're on that journey of navigating this gift called life and trying to be the best version of yourself, and whatever that looks like, come join me on my corner of the internet. I could write essays. I could do videos. I could show you outfits. I could just smile at you. I could take a selfie. I could teach you history. Whatever you want, baby. I'm so join me there. But like a nice smile, a kind heart, and impact.
And a wonderful spirit. Thank you so much, Bisi, for joining us. And I hope you've had fun today.
This has been beautiful. This has been so beautiful. I love what you're doing. And I think this is going to go so far. You've given me a room to just speak, to speak, just be.
Yeah.
And when you have to wear so many hats, and when you do have to show up as a good mother, when you do have to show up as a good wife, partner, significant other, when you do have to show up as a good friend, a good daughter, a good auntie, you have to, it's just nice to just be,
It's nice for you to be center of the conversation, because your job, everything you do is about teaching us about other people and other things and the world. And we want to learn about you because you're an exceptional woman, and I am just so pleased that I've had even the pleasure to even work with you in some capacity, and to just feel that radiant joy that you spread. And thank you so much. I feel so blessed to have you, and I can't wait. I would love to even bring you back again. If today's conversation resonated with a change you are living through, consider sharing it with someone who may recognize themselves in it. You can follow the show wherever you get your podcast as we continue building an archive of honest, culturally rooted stories about identity, body, and becoming. I'm Ezinne. See you in the next episode.